Hi, it's Mark again from DIY.graphics, and today we're going to be showing you frameless frames and halo frames. These are wonderful photo products you get from us at DIY.graphics. So what you get when you buy a frameless frame or a halo frame is you get your piece of acrylic that has adhesive on one side and a paper protective liner on the other. You get your piece of PVC that is a ½ inch thick, that has adhesive on one side and keyhole hangers on the back and a couple little holes on the bottom and side, and I'll explain what that's for in a minute. And if you get the halo version, you get your piece of 1/8 inch neon green, neon red, or neon orange acrylic that acts as an additional frame that fits on the piece. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you how fast and easy it is to make these frames. So we started out, we printed our print on our inkjet printer. You cannot use a laser printer, it has to be an inkjet printer. You have to use our film, you cannot use regular paper, it will leave bubbles and it won't look nice. So we made our print, and when we made our print we gave it a little bit of a bleed where we made the print at about 1/8 of an inch larger than the piece of plastic. So I'm going to start off by peeling the paper liner off first, and then I'm going to position the piece of acrylic onto the print and leaving that little bit of a border around it. And here we're going to be using a hinge mount system of mounting the print onto the film. And this gives you a good example of how to use the DIY products using a hinge mount. This is for larger items where you don't want to just stick it down without making sure that everything is positioned and centered perfectly. For smaller pieces, you don't have to do this. It's not necessary. So we peel our piece of plastic that comes with each larger piece of acrylic. We peel off the liner off the double-faced tape, and we stick it down up against the edge of the piece that we're going to be applying the print to. We take a little bit of masking tape, and we apply a little piece of masking tape onto the front of the print and the hinge piece of plastic. Now we've made a piece that we can take and flip the piece of plastic away from the print, and we don't have to worry about anything moving. Everything's going to be positioned perfectly. Now we're going to take and peel the other piece of double-faced tape that came on the piece of plastic, and we're going to go and we're going to flip it over, and we're going to stick this piece of plastic down to our work surface. I like using a glass table. It's really easy to work with. It's really easy to trim all your pieces with, and everything sticks really nice. Don't use fine furniture. Don't stick it on your wood dining room table. So we're going to flip that up, and then we're going to peel the liner off the piece of DIY plastic like this. There we go. And we're going to take our squeegee, and we're going to squeegee the print onto the piece of plastic, just like this, working its way down. Now the film that we give you, that you purchase from us, from DIY.graphics, is a specially formulated film that has an air egress property to it. So any bubbles of air have the ability to work out. If you just use regular paper or a photo paper or cardboard or anything like that, it's not going to, the air is not going to be able to release, and it's going to look ugly. So now we went ahead and did that. I turned it over, flipped it over. I'm going to remove my masking tape. I'm going to remove the sacrificial piece of acrylic with the double-faced tape. And I'm going to take our X-Acto knife, our hobby knife, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut the acrylic away from the print, just like this, just along the edge. There we go. And then I'm going to flip it over one more time. I'm going to take my squeegee and squeegee it one more time, especially along that edge where the hinge was. And I also like to use my glass table and use the glass table as a edge to burnish, and I just go ahead and do it like that. That'll make sure that you've got everything out of there, and there we go. That looks pretty good. If you see anything, you can always just take your finger and give it one last push right along that edge, and there we go. There's our print. Looks beautiful. All the air is gone. There's no bubbles, and look how nice that looks. By the way, this is my granddaughter. So now we're going to mount our frameless frame piece on the back of the print. So here we have our print. Make sure it's positioned correctly. So this is the top up here, and this is our piece of 1/2-inch PVC that comes with it. And there's 2 keyholes, one keyhole for hanging horizontal and one keyhole for hanging portrait or vertical. And we're going to peel off the double-faced tape that comes on the back of the PVC. And we're going to make sure that keyhole is at the top. There's the top of the photograph. And we're going to center the piece just visually on the piece of acrylic. There we go. And we're going to press it down. And there we go. We have our frameless frame. And since it's a 1/2-inch thick, it hangs away from the wall, so the picture floats against the wall. You don't have any kind of framing system that interferes with the photograph. All you get is just the beautiful photo that you took without anything competing for the visual aspect. So okay, so we went ahead and we made this, and it can hang, like I said, either horizontal or vertical. And it also has a couple little holes in there, and the piece comes with comes with that hole, and it comes with an acrylic rod. And if you don't want to hang it on the wall, you can put it on your countertop. So there you go. It's a beautiful frame. Now, if you wanted to go with the option of having a halo frame, the neon acrylic comes in 3 colors. It comes in green, orange, and like a hot pink. And it just acts as an accent that the light catches on the edge. It actually acts as if the piece, had its own light. So we go ahead and peel off the liner of the tape. Peel off the liner and go ahead and apply it over the piece of PVC and press it onto our print. Then we can take our little rod again and stand the piece up on the desk. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And very fast and easy. Professional photographers can use it. Home photographers can use it. Anybody who wants to make gift items. Obviously, you can hang it on the wall, and it floats with a neon trim. I think it'd probably be more effective on a regular wall than on this corrugated metal. But there you go. DIY.graphics. I'm Mark. Thank you.